What is up guys, Cogger here, and today I wanted to bring you a build for sub-rogue for PvE spec, which I enjoy a lot. I dislike the DFA build, which is for some reason so boring to me. I find it so slow, and it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but I find it so slow, having to wait every 20 seconds to do major damage, and then like after that just spam backstab with Nightblade, and then backstab, and then mostly backstab and eviscerate, and then you have to wait for your symbols of death to be able to do take the best out of the DFA and the shadow dance. I hate the enveloping shadow build pretty much, so I'm gonna bring you a different build which is more interesting, or you can do more with it. It's more consistent base. You do damage more consistently, and you don't get bored. You don't have to like spam 2 buttons all the whole round. First, the talents that you're gonna need are this. Actually, I meant Dark Shadow earlier, not Enveloping Shadows. Enveloping Shadows is actually one of the talents you're gonna need the most for this, because you gotta depend a lot on your Shadow Dance. Master of Shadows, you can either go Master of Shadows or Mark for Death. You can increase your damage with Mark for Death, and you can just have more consistent damage with Master of Shadows. I prefer Master of Shadows because I prefer having the energy regeneration rather than a little bit more damage. And like with this, I will just be starting with energy. I hate this build because I starve a lot of it. I've been starving for energy a lot, and I dislike that a lot. Like, I dislike not having energy to do my abilities with, so I go with that's pretty much a PvP spec in a way as well. It's the spec age for everything. So your talents, you can either go Master of Solidity or Gloomblade. I went Gloomblade because of a test that I was doing on a dungeon. I wanted to see if I wasn't gonna increase the damage or decrease damage. There's not really a big difference between Gloomblade and Master of Solidity, but I do think that Master of Solidity does a little bit more damage. So yeah, we'll go with that. On the second row, which is level 30 talents, you can either go Subterfuge or Night Stalker. Subterfuge, so I can have more time on my Shadow Dance, and also you get more combo points from my opener. So you can go Night Stalker for the extra damage, or Subterfuge for the extra combo point and do more damage as well. You can use either for the increase in damage. So Deeper Stratagem, I prefer Deeper Stratagem because it's obviously the best. It's obviously the best talent for the combo points spent, and because you get 6 combo points, you do 5% more damage, increasing the damage. If you, for example, combine it with these two, it's a lot more damage. But I'm going more for a sustained damage build than a burst build. So that's the reason why I have the Gloomblade and Subterfuge, because I can sustain my damage more often, and since this helps me to have longer Shadow Dance, I can have more energy for a longer period of time. Even though if it's a second, it helps a lot. So Deeper Stratagem for talent 45. Sudden Darkness, because you can either go Sudden Darkness or Cheat Death. Elusiveness is mostly for PvP, and because Deeper Stratagem, you don't have that much energy like Vigor. I don't know how to say that, to be honest. Vigor is Vigor. I don't know which one it is. I don't know how to say that. Sorry. Yeah, you go Deeper Stratagem, and because Deeper Stratagem you only have 100 energy, you don't have the luxury of like spamming what's it called, Fate. So Soothing Darkness is for the healing, because since you're so much in Shadow Dance and you use it so much, you're gonna need that extra healing. Is gonna help you a lot. Cheat Death for situations that you probably, like for example in a raid, you'll probably get one-shotted. You wouldn't die, so you would just like go to it basically says fatal attack instead of reduced to 7% of your maximum health for 3 seconds. Afterwards you take 85% reduced damage, can trigger more often than once per 6 minutes. I prefer this because it's more often, and since I use so much Shadow Dance, it is better for me. I prefer the healing over everything. So yeah, Prey on the Weak, so your damage every time you, like, for example, slap something, blind something, or have to stun something in a dungeon, or mostly in a dungeon, because in a raid there's too many people attacking it, so there's no reason to stun it or to CC it. You would just pretty much like keep doing damage. So yeah, I don't see any of this working. I haven't tried it neither, so I don't know. For the 90, the talents on the 90 bracket, obviously you're gonna go Enveloping Shadows, because that's where what this spec revolves around, and is one of the most important talents that you can take. Master Shadows is increase your energy. You get more energy over time while doing Shadow Dance, which it helps a lot. So now that's the times you normally will use. You might not do the burst, stupid burst that DFA has, but the thing is, while you're in a raid or let's say in a dungeon, the damage that you do is gonna decrease over time for if you do the DFA build. But with this build, you can maintain it more often and have more damage done. So, for example, I will open up with Shadow Strike, which is obviously the main thing. Open up, put the dot, you see, I got my dot up. Use Symbols of Death for health, for the energy, sorry, not health. Then you can use Shadow Dance. And since you can also wait like a couple of seconds, you normally have 2 Shadow Dances available for the most part. As you can tell, I'm doing quite a bit of damage still, even though you're not like bursty damage, but it still helps a lot. And it helps you a lot also to like have more charges back when you use Gormo's Bite. It helps you to have more energy back and everything else back. So it's just, as you see, I'm keeping a lot of my energy for the most part, and keeping a lot of energy as well, and having a lot of Shadow Dances. Also here comes in play with Banish. You can banish and start the attack again and keep doing damage, you know, and that helps you to like get more Shadow Dances back, and it gives you like a Shadow Dance, a free Shadow Dance pretty much every 1.5 minutes. As you can tell, I'm just keeping it a lot in like 1,000,000 to like 900k DPS. Also, obviously, you will have to have some gear to be able to do this, because without gear, you probably wouldn't do enough damage, which is what I'm guessing. See, I'm not using Shadow Dance a lot, and I'm dropping. As soon as I start using Shadow Dance, my DPS increases quite a bit. So yeah, your DPS is gonna revolve a lot around Shadow Dance, and around the energy, how you spend your energy, how you use your energy. Independent of situations, I cannot tell you what to do in every situation, but you have to figure out on your own while you go along with the situation. So yeah, this is the best build that I found for energy regen, pretty much, in my opinion. And I'm doing damage, and I'm not even bursting, which is something that is really good in many situations, because you're gonna need a burst damage as well, but you don't need to spend that much energy anymore. And every 1.5 minutes you can reset pretty much your Shadow Dances, since Gormo's Bite just increases your energy regen by a lot and makes your finishing moves to not cost anything. With that and with Banish, you can just do this, whoop, Banish, and you got two charges back for the Shadow Dance. It's still doing quite a bit of damage. Obviously, it's not good to do this on a mob like on the. It's not good to Banish Shadow like attack on a mob that is on the world, because it will reset. I made that mistake before. So yeah, and it will not help you. So this build is more for energy regen in anything else, and doing as much damage as possible, as for the longest time possible. And you can use your resources to increase the amount of charge you can get back, and also get the benefits of the damage, consistent damage, and the shadow dance that you get. For example, if I take damage, shadow dance heals me up. Adding also click some bile, it will heal me more. So I will, besides the fact that for some reason I have leech. I got this from these pants that I bought, and from the Argonite. You get leech, which I hate, but you need enough gear to be able to do enough damage. So as long as you like a 915 and above as a rogue, you'll be fine, because it helps you a lot with the damage. You will have to get a lot of mastery, because mastery increases the damage of finisher moves by the amount of percentage that you have of mastery. And also the legendaries play a good role in this. So I have this Shadow Strike Restorer 3 energy plus an additional 1 energy every 3 yards between you and your target. So every time I, for example, go Banish and Shadow Strike, it regens energy to me. And the shoulders, as you know, is while set is active, over 5 seconds after breaking stealth, your critical strike chances increase by 10%, 100%. For what I know, this does not apply to Shadow Dance, so it's only when you banish or when you're opening. It's weird that I make videos like this, because I'm more like a spontaneous guy of just funny moments that happen to me throughout gaming, and but I make videos like this from now and then, or from things that I think that I should, because I've tried to find this type of videos before, but I never found one, so it's kind of weird. So I wanted to make this video in case there's somebody out there like me who's looking for a build that is more consistent, less energy starved, and more enjoyable. You play around with you can play around with the talents, but the most important talents right here are Developing Shadows, Master of Shadows, and Deeper Strategy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.